Neelkanth left behind a promising career in financial advisory with a bigger purpose: to help people understand finance and become more financially aware. He is now guiding Nand, who is working on a project for his company, to create a course on financial education. One day, in the middle of one of their usual conversations about money, Nand suddenly asks, "We always talk about finance and building wealth, but what does accumulating wealth actually give us, other than more money in a bank account?" That simple question opens the door to a much deeper conversation. Join Neelkanth and Nand on a journey where everyday conversations and real-life experiences reveal what wealth can truly help us achieve, not just financially, but in the way we make choices, face uncertainties, pursue opportunities, and shape our lives. Walk with us on this journey and take a step towards becoming more financially aware. Nand was sitting with Neelkanth at a quiet beachside cafe. The sun had just begun to rise, and the sound of the waves made their conversation feel different from their usual discussions about stocks, savings, and investments. "Nand, we have spent so much time talking about how to make money, save money, and invest money. But what happens when you finally have enough money?" Neelkanth smiled. "That is when the real question begins, Nand. You stop asking, how much more money can I make? And start asking, what kind of life do I want to live?" So, what would you do first?
I would travel without rushing. I would visit different parts of India and experience their food, culture, and way of life.
So, eating different cuisines becomes part of being rich?
Not the food itself, the experience. Being able to sit in a small restaurant in Kerala, enjoy Rajasthani food in Jaipur, taste Bengali cuisine in Kolkata, or explore Maharashtrian food in Pune, and have enough time to actually enjoy it. Money should eventually buy you experiences, not just things.
Neelkanth told Nand, "The greatest luxury isn't buying a bigger house. It is buying back your time." Examples: hiring someone for routine household work, using convenient transportation, automating financial tasks, taking a break without worrying about lost income. And where would you stay? Sometimes in a simple hotel near the beach. Why a hotel near the beach? Because I want to wake up, open a book, hear the waves, and have nowhere urgent to go. That sounds almost too simple. Exactly. Sometimes wealth is having the freedom to enjoy simple things without constantly thinking about the next meeting. Neelkanth pointed toward the beach, leaving your phone behind and walking barefoot on the sand. Without checking emails? Neelkanth laughed. Without checking anything. You feel the sand beneath your feet, listen to the waves, breathe fresh air, and watch the sunrise. When your finances are under control, time itself becomes valuable. But wouldn't you still need to meet people for work?
That's the beautiful part.
What do you mean?
You don't have to meet someone because you need their business, their approval, or their money. You meet people because you genuinely enjoy talking to them.
So relationships become a choice rather than a necessity?
Exactly. You meet someone because you share an interest in books, investing, music, travel, technology, art, or simply life.
Nand, what happens when your parents grow old? You finally realize that money cannot buy back the conversations you missed. Being financially secure allows someone to take parents on trips, accompany them to medical appointments, spend ordinary afternoons together, be present during important moments. Instead of constantly saying, "I am working for your future," you can actually be present in their present, attend school events, teach them about money, travel together, read together, build memories. Nand looked thoughtful. Nand, you once told me that money is important because it solves many problems. But can money really solve everything? No. And that's where an interesting shift happens. What shift? Suppose money has already solved 99% of your financial problems. Then what? You no longer spend your entire life trying to solve the same financial problem again and again. You start asking, what is the remaining 1% that money cannot solve? Such as your health, your relationships, your emotional well-being, your sense of purpose, helping someone who needs you. That remaining 1% may actually become the most important part of your life. Being rich can mean having geographical freedom. You could live near the mountains, stay near the beach, move closer to parents, spend a few months in another city, work remotely. Money gives you more choices about where your life happens. Do you think future generations will think differently about careers? I hope so. How? Instead of teaching children that the only goal is to get a good job and earn a salary, we should teach them how money works. They should understand saving, investing, budgeting, taxes, risk, and compounding. Then they can choose work based on their interests and strengths, not simply because they are afraid of running out of money. So financial literacy could give the next generation career freedom? Exactly. What else changes when money is no longer a constant worry? You finally start paying attention to yourself. What do you mean? You start asking questions like, am I happy? Do I have meaningful relationships? Am I spending enough time with my family? Do I feel lonely? What makes me excited to wake up? For years, people focus on their financial needs. Eventually, they realize their emotional needs matter too. Is helping others also part of being rich? I believe so. Why? Because wealth gives you the ability to look beyond yourself. Maybe you can pay for someone's education. Maybe you can help a family with medical treatment. Maybe you can support someone's small business. Or perhaps you simply spend time teaching someone a skill. So wealth can become useful beyond our own lives? Exactly. The greatest satisfaction may come from knowing that your financial success improved someone else's life. And what about health? Neil Kant became serious. That's the part people often understand too late. Because we spend our health trying to make money? Yes. And later, we may spend money trying to recover the health we sacrificed. Real wealth means having the time to exercise, eat properly, sleep well, take care of your mental health, and maintain meaningful relationships. So wealth should protect our health, not destroy it? Precisely. The sun was now higher in the sky. Nilkanth and Nand continued walking along the beach. Nand, Nilkanth, I think I understand something now. Being rich isn't just having a large bank balance. It's having enough financial security that you can decide how to spend your time. Nilkanth smiled. You can travel, read books, walk on the beach, meet people because you genuinely like them, choose work because you enjoy it, take care of your health, spend time with family, explore your interests, and perhaps use some of your wealth to make someone else's life better. Now you're beginning to understand. Then what is the ultimate goal of money? Nilkanth looked at the waves for a moment.
Nilkant smiled. Money is a tool, Nand. Its ultimate purpose isn't to make your bank balance impressive. Its purpose is to give you the freedom to live a meaningful life. Nand smiled. So perhaps the real definition of being rich is having enough money that money stops controlling your life, and enough wisdom to know what to do with the freedom it gives you. The two continued walking barefoot on the sand as the waves gently touched their feet. Remember this, Nand. Wealth is not the destination. Then what is it? Freedom. purpose, health, relationships, experiences, and the ability to make a difference. They walked silently toward the sunrise. And for the first time, Nand understood that the richest life may not be the one with the most money, but the one with the most freedom to live it well. Thank you for watching Nilkanth and Nand's journey to understand what it truly means to be rich. Being rich is not just about having more money. It is about having freedom, security, and choices in life. Keep learning, make wiser financial decisions, and take one step closer to the life you truly value.